All right, guys, let's talk about it. The all-new Toyota RAV4 is here. We're seeing it for the first time. And honestly, there's a lot to talk about because we're gonna go over all the major changes they made to it. All right, I do wanna start with the back because from a design standpoint, it is so significantly different from the previous generation RAV4. If you come up close, I think the biggest stylistic standpoint is the new taillights. They're very futuristic, very clean and sharp. And then they wrap all the way here until you get to this blacked out portion, which has RAV4 lettering over here. This one has a Toyota badge blacked out. It's not the big, prominent feature of the rear design, but it's there because it's a Toyota, And this one is a unique grade. It's the Woodland grade, which is like their off-road focused grade, and it'll have some stylistic pieces because of that. You get a pretty standard kind of extended roof back, like spoiler, nothing crazy over there. But because that Woodland, the first thing you'll notice is the roof railing, which has that Woodland branding over here. It's blacked out, you can put your gear if you're going off-roading on a trip, road trip, whatever you want. That comes standard on this grade. And then if you come down here, you'll see this has 18-inch wheels with some all-terrain tires. Pretty nubby. It's nice to see that they're coming with that from the factory. You don't get standard wheels. You have to put your own wheels and tire on it from the factory. And this has a flat black over fender, pretty prominent, sticks out. And I think these wheels are a little bit bigger than the standard. I think these tires are a little bit bigger than the standard tire size, so it does sit a little bit higher compared to the other RAV4s that we'll be looking at. If you do come on the side, you'll see some more black plastic on the bottom there. Same situation up front. And in the front is where it gets really unique. And they did different designs for each of the trims. This one I feel like looks the most RAV4 because it was always that kind of off-road-ish adventure vehicle. And it's nice, it's boxy. Kind of looks like a 4Runner-ish in a way. With this front portion over here, it is blacked out. There's no vents, but some nice patterns. Down here, you'll see you have rigid LED fog lights. We'll see if we can turn those on for you a little bit later. And if you go to the side here, this kind of reminds me of the Land Cruiser, that flat panel over there. This isn't functional, but it's kind of inspired by Tacoma, 4Runner, and then that new hammerhead headlight design, which looks really cool. Down here, you don't get anything, just design. Let me turn on the lights really quickly and show you guys that. So now that they're on, you'll see how bright the rigid LED fog lights are. I mean, rigid is something they're using on the more off-road focused trims of the Tacoma, 4Runner. So it's cool to see that here. And you just see how clean these hammerhead headlights look on this vehicle. And honestly, this colorway, this gray is nice. It's a very sharp, feels premium, but suits the characteristic of this car really well. But with that, let's hop inside and see all the changes they made in there. All right, so quick disclaimer, this is a very early production prototype, so not everything here is perfect as far as fit and finish goes, functionality, so just bear with me. But I want to show you guys these seats. This is the Woodland grade, like I said, so it's kind of more off-roadsy. You got the orange, reddish accents here with the piping, the stitching. These seat patterns look nice. They actually are really comfortable to sit in. But again, we can't assess that until they actually start making these on a production floor. But I do like what they did as far as the colorway and the patterns. You do get a standard sunroof on this one. We'll see the Limited, which has a panoramic sunroof, hopefully, but that does exist on that higher grade. But let's look at the dash, guys. Let's take it in because there's a lot, and I think they killed it with this. Starting with the dash, I mean, this one is unique because it has that camo texture pattern. It's kind of faint, it's not super in your face. Shelving here, which is nice, we like to see that. And then a large 12.9-inch touchscreen. You see a BZ4X, guys. This is not a BZ4X, this is prototype stuff, but it's a new software. It looks really nice. Physical buttons here for your AC controls, touch buttons as well if you do want to get nitty gritty with it. And then Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. I like the shape. I like how it fits on the dash. I mean, it is stuck on there, like we see on, like people say iPads on dash, but I think it works with the design. And then down here, you get these buttons for your terrain modes, trail, snow, normal. There's options to get 2 wireless chargers here. This has 1, but you can still put a phone there. It's not going to discriminate against just putting a phone there, even though it's not going to charge. And then over here, because it's a hybrid, your drive modes and then your EV mode. And we'll talk about that when we get under the hood. Going over here, what's cool is they have USB ports, USB-C with the 45-watt call out. So it tells you how much power you're going to get from this port. Camera 360 surround view camera system over there. And then going over here, another USB port, hill descent, traction control off, and then a storage cubby underneath your wireless charger so you can fit your phone, but you can also put other stuff, your keys, your wallet, whatever, over there. Going to the cup holders here, they are cup holders, but you can actually remove this if you don't want that and get a nice big space. So you just chuck your, a bigger phone, whatever you want. I don't know what you want to put in there, but you got space for stuff. Nice. Honestly, I also like the fact that it's just a big old gear selector. And it's gonna be different depending on the trim. This one has that, and I like that you just, put it in a drive. We're not gonna do that here. But there's like a more sleek one on the Limited. That's a little nub, more premium, elegant, whatever. Let's look at the dash real quick, guys. So it's interesting. You have this accent here, but if I can, it's a prototype, guys, but you can open this on your side and my side. And this thing is, I don't want to be the person that, maybe might mess with that too much, but it does do that, and it will be doing that when you eventually end up seeing this on the dealership. Cool, we saw that on the Toyota Crown. We've seen that on their vehicles. It's a nice feature they had added to this, which I can appreciate. Up top here, sunglasses holder, which I feel like has been going away, but it's nice that they kept it over here. And then what else we got? Let's hop on the driver's side actually and see what you get from my perspective. Okay, so let's start with the door really quickly because I think they did it, it's clean. You get the materials here, the soft touch, that textured pattern, camo. This is your door handle. It's not a round handle. You have like little ridges to grip onto, and that's how you open and close it. Switch gears over here, your windows, lock, unlock, your safety lock, and then your mirror controls. Over here, guys, they gave us a little something to look at. Wait a minute. Oh, they put the key in here. Look how sneaky these guys are. That's the key, standard RAV4 key, like you'd expect. I'm gonna put that in there. You can put some questionable stuff in there if you want, but we've seen that on the Tacoma, and even like the 4Runner has that too. So it's cool they brought that here as well. Steering wheel, guys, I mean, because this is the Woodland, you get that unique red mandatory, that off-road color, right? Steering wheel does look really good though. It's leather wrapped on this one. And then you have your nice squared off buttons, which fits the design aesthetic. There is a little sensor up here to make sure you're paying attention, and for those new safety system. I think it's Toyota Safety Sense 4.0, so it's supposed to be a lot more improved, just from the 3.0. I think 3.5. I don't know what they were latest at, depending on the vehicle, but this one gets the latest and greatest, which is cool. Let's talk about these vents real quick. They look nice, and I mean, obviously they work. They're simple vents, can't complain about it. And this one has a large digital gauge cluster display. It's gonna be customizable. That check engine light, guys, don't look too closely at it. I know you're looking at that. This is a prototype. Engine's not even on, so it would be a light that's on if your car is an accessory. So just don't panic. It does look good though. I like it a lot. And the seating position is nice. Good visibility out front. No digital rear view mirror on this one. It's pretty standard, but you have that dimming functionality. But let's hop on to the back seats and see what that's like. Okay, so before you come in, I'll actually show you the battery sits over here. And on my side, you'll see a vent for that cooling. So we're sitting on the battery here. Toyota's done that on a lot of vehicles. Backseat of Tacoma, same thing. But once you're back here, guys, seats are nice, good leg room. I'm sitting behind myself. I'm not the tallest guy, but you could fit normal size adults back here. Really good headroom because of that high roof line. And then nice armrest, it's plush, cup holders over here. And what I do appreciate is they even labeled the wattage on the back USB-C ports. Own AC vents for the people in the back too. But aside from that, guys, the door panel really quickly has some nice touches. They didn't just make it nice big plastic blobs. They gave you that same pattern here, nice door handle, and then that same door handle is just a little like panel you grab onto basically. Let's open up the trunk though and see what the storage space is like. All right, let's open it up. This one has a power lift gate. I'm sure on the base model it might not be available. I'm not entirely sure, but because it's the Woodland, you do get this really cool, floor mat cover, which is nice. Good storage space, guys. You would be able to get a privacy cover over here. If you look on that side, actually, you'll see there is a power outlet. I'll just lift it up here. 1500 watt, 120 volt, which is nice when you're out in the open and want to power up some gear. I'm gonna fold the seat flat real quick. The handle is up here. There isn't a latch over there to quickly get it to it, but I'm not gonna complain about that. I don't think it's the end of the world. And then this thing kind of accordions out, which is cool. But you expected that from a 4Runner. What I do want to talk about is under the hood and talk about the new hybrid systems. This is probably, I feel like, where most people are gonna care a lot about because it's an all new vehicle, is the new 5th generation hybrid system. Now this is a standard hybrid. You can only get hybrids, but there's also a plug-in hybrid. I said hybrid a lot there, but this one is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder and an electric motor, which combined makes 236 horsepower if you get the all-wheel drive. If you have the front-wheel drive, it's like a little bit less, but no big deal. Power, you're not gonna notice the difference. It's just if you want power sent to the back or just the front. So just something to think about. And then you can get this with a plug-in hybrid. So I'm gonna close it real quick because this one isn't the plug-in hybrid. So on the Woodland grade, you can get this with a plug-in hybrid. That's gonna give you 320 horsepower. You'll see eventually, maybe we'll show it later on in the video, there will be a plug over here, which you're gonna get to charge the vehicle. 50 miles is what they're estimating of just electric motor driving range, which is pretty good. Most people's commutes is less than that, and you can do that with this vehicle. And then on the base models, you can only get the standard hybrid. So plug-in hybrid is gonna be reserved for the more premium, this one, as well as the GR Sport, which is a more performance-oriented one. So keep that in mind. Those are the main changes. MPG, we don't know yet. We just know estimated power figures, but we know the hybrids on Toyotas have been solid, and I'm looking forward to seeing what those are like when they're in this vehicle and we get to drive them. All right, guys, but let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more. Let me know what questions you guys have down in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.